What's going on, guys? Thank you for tuning in to CRÜZR Radio episode 30. I am your host, Michael Brandon, and today I'll be joined with my co-host, Hunter Harris, our founder, Chad Rice, and the host of the Fletch Podcast, Andrew Taylor. We're going to be switching up our posting schedule for the podcast. We're going to be posting on Tuesday mornings at 8 a.m. from now on. So if you enjoy these episodes, be sure to tune in on Tuesday at 8 a.m. every week. Let's get into it. Dude, so I was reading earlier from a Go Hunt article about this guy in Wyoming that killed a wolf, which is illegal where he got it at.
Yeah, he ran it down with a freaking
snowmobile.
Are we starting?
Yeah, we're rolling.
Okay. Ran it down with a snowmobile. Taped its snout up.
See, that's what I heard. I didn't hear about the snowmobile.
Oh, it's in the It's taped up in the picture that you showed me. Did you see it?
Yeah. Anyway, paraded it around a bar and then took it out back and tortured and killed it.
And then shot it, yeah.
That's terrible.
Dude
ought to go to prison, I think. But
yeah.
I mean, I'm not for wolves, but I'm
wasn't that
also
wolf from the Yellowstone Park?
Torturing
or something like that?
I don't think so.
It was from some protected park, wasn't it? He was hunting in the area and it came off the...
He wasn't hunting, I don't think.
The story I read said that he was hunting whenever he encountered it.
Oh, well.
I wonder what he was hunting then.
Gives hunters a bad name.
I don't know. That was Wyoming, right?
Awful.
Don't give this hunter a bad name.
I did see a picture and he had it like
Maybe,
taped and holding a beer.
Red
and he was like posing with it.
Yeah. Not smart.
Awful, dude.
Yeah. Anyway, that was wild. Aren't they trying to reintroduce wolves? Gray wolves back out in Colorado?
They did introduce them.
They already released them?
Yeah.
Like in the middle
That's
of the
why
night, right?
if you plan on hunting Colorado for elk, you better do it like this year or maybe next year. Otherwise,
Did you see where they're releasing, they just released 90 kangaroos into Wyoming or Montana?
No.
They're going to do 3
hey, did
drops.
you see when that was posted?
April
Fools.
Oh, man.
Oh, you got me all excited.
Yeah, bro, it was an April Fool's prank.
There ain't no way.
They've posted that like 3 years in a row.
Dang, I've been telling everybody that.
No,
I was telling you that, and you never told me that.
Yeah, that's an
Dang,
April Fool's
pretty
joke.
believable.
It's okay. You had me excited.
Well, I mean, I read the whole article, and they were like, they're going to reintroduce them. That way, they're going to have another
For hunting
species
purposes,
for hunting purposes.
Oh, man.
Why
Are you
would
even
they
allowed?
put
Are you allowed to
kangaroos
hunt
in Wyoming to begin with?
kangaroos anywhere?
In Australia.
Australia and Wyoming's probably.
Dude, Wyoming gets way colder than Australia does.
Dude, Australia gets cold.
I understand it does, but
I'm saying the landscape.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of
It's
barren.
very similar.
I don't even know what landscape Australia would have.
I don't either, but I'm pretty sure it gets pretty cold over there.
The bush.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they call it over there.
That's what they
The
call
bush.
like the rough stuff.
Do they got like rough topography? Or is it pretty flat?
Last time I was there, would never.
It's got to be pretty rough for them to grow them 3-foot spiders.
Oh, no, thank you.
Oh my gosh, yeah, dude.
I don't
Big
like
as this table.
I don't like 3 centimeter spiders.
Listen to me. That is not the worst spider in Australia. Have you seen the flying spiders that like will block out the sun?
Oh, bro.
No, I'm out.
I'm getting the willies here.
I don't.
There's a spider big enough to block out the sun.
No, it's there's so many of them.
I was excited. That's a giant.
Yeah,
big as that sign right there, boy.
dude.
I'll swim through a pool of spiders before I walk over a snake, though.
That's a hard. Golly.
See, I'm not scared of snakes. They don't bother me. Venomous snakes do.
What about mice?
No, I could care less about them too.
No, I don't like
Spiders, bro. Like, give me the
heebie-jeebies.
make my skin crawl.
Man, I'll tell you what gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Swimming in a pool of spiders.
Anyway, centipedes. Like
But
centipedes,
They
millipedes,
don't
bro.
bother me either.
Can't
They got a
stand
good
them.
smell.
What do you
No,
mean?
that's not a centipede, bro.
Smelling.
All right, so you'll see them when we're out turkey hunting. Like turkey, by the time the listeners hear this, we're already
We're on
be
Turkey
hunting.
Eve.
It's Turkey Eve. It's the day before turkey season, which starts tomorrow.
This is Friday. This episode will be released
Friday,
on Monday.
April 12th.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is turkey season.
It's D-Day for the Easterns.
But no, when you're out walking, next time you see those like little centipede looking yellow and black,
real vibrant yellow.
They look like centipedes.
Dude,
you know what I'm talking about?
Seen them.
I mean,
They like roll up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pick
Grab
one
one,
up.
pick it up, shake it around, drop it, and smell your hand.
Why would I do that?
Dude, it smells just like that Coronado cherry air freshener.
Bro, I'm not
feels like
even
it's
telling
joking with
you,
you.
like, very distinct.
It smells like cherries.
He
This
told me that.
absolutely
He did
feels like
that
a
one
trap.
day while we were out there. And he was like, here, it smells like cherries. I was like,
He
Yeah,
wouldn't
what's
smell it, and finally I just like
I smelled
come
it.
up behind him, and I was like,
Dude,
does this rag smell like
Just-
chloroform?
just like cherries. It's
So
crazy.
you're saying pick a bunch of them up?
No,
put 'em in a
no,
bowl?
just
you only
one.
have to
You
touch-
just need one.
Just touch it, and then smell your finger.
That's what you did. You didn't even pick it up.
No,
I think
I
you
just
just
touched
touched his back. And, dude, it like freaking painted him.
Yeah, it smells like cherries, dude.
So you could put them in a jar, pop holes in it, shake them up every day, and throw them in your truck.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like that guy torturing that wolf. Yeah.
Yeah, we're
I
dipping
wonder-
into the gray zone
It's
there.
a big difference between a wolf and a
But
bug.
I wonder why they have that smell. I wonder if it's like a defense mechanism or something.
I don't know. A
Might
buddy
be.
showed me that like 5 or 6 years
Because when
ago.
you
and
showed me, I was like,
that's crazy, isn't
yeah,
it?
that's
Well,
wild.
I know, like deer, for example,
I wanna
they'll
know what those are
avoid
called.
they'll avoid flowers that have like a strong
smell they don't
scent. Well, any kind of strong scent to them, they'll avoid.
Hmm.
Which is like one of the main reasons you don't ever see anything like lavender anything hunting. You know, like as far as scent wise,
So don't use lavender
they avoid it.
for a cover scent.
Yeah, so that might be
That's
a
a good
defense
idea.
strategy. Like if they're on
Run all the
if
big
they're on
dogs
a
out there.
plan or something. If they're on a plan,
I didn't know
something's gonna
that.
come and eat them.
Me either. My luck, I'd pick one up, be showing my buddies, and it'd be a poisonous one or something.
Yeah,
I'd be like,
get
oh,
the
shit,
wrong
start
one.
smelling
Swelling
it.
up.
Oh no.
All right, so they're called the shorter. Wait. Hold on, sorry.
It's wild.
Ephiloria virginesis. What do they not have?
So I'm guessing that's
What's
like the
the-
scientific
It's a
name.
Yeah, what's
millipede.
the
It's a
second
millipede. It's a millipede.
Oh, I ain't touching it.
It's these
They're just slick on their backs.
black and yellow millipede.
How'd you figure that out?
Oh,
His buddy
those?
told him.
Not touching it.
My buddy picked one up one day.
Dude,
and,
I'm
like,
telling
shook
you,
it around.
look,
He's like,
I mean,
"Smell
you
this."
just got to like, just,
And I was like,
just
I ain't
barely
smelling
even
that.
touch
He's
it.
like, it smells like cherries, dude. I'm not kidding you.
That's
Here,
weird.
take a whiff.
he ain't lying.
And I did, and it smelled like cherries.
I still feel like I'm getting
Looks too
tricked.
much like a snake for
I'll
me.
tell you
to
one thing
touch.
I don't
Looks
like the
too much
smell
like a
of.
snake.
Yeah.
Ladybugs.
Are
Oh,
snakes
yeah.
the only creatures on this planet that don't have legs?
Mm.
Fish.
Don't that
Yeah.
one kind of fish have legs though?
You're talking about land
I mean,
animals.
I feel like fins are
Shut
just
up,
like
Evan.
water legs,
Yeah. I don't know.
aren't they?
Yeah, basically.
I mean, that's why we put
Isn't
on.
there like a species of
swimming
fish that like
fins.
comes up on land
Mud
and has
skippers.
little legs or something?
No way.
There's a thing called mud skippers
Frogs?
that they can like.
That's not what I was thinking. I was thinking of like a snakehead or something. Don't they have like legs or something?
It's possible.
I don't know.
I mean, I've seen it. I've shot a snakehead before, I think.
Bro. So apparently, if you pick one of those up, it'll curl and spiral and exude hydrogen cyanide on you,
That sounds
And
terrible.
y'all been sniffing it.
accompanied by the strong scent of toasted almonds.
Why do I know?
That's the smell of cyanide.
Wait, cyanide. Don't
Dude,
they
it
kill
don't smell
people
like
with that?
almonds, though.
It doesn't. It smells like cherries.
Cyanide.
See what that will
Isn't
do
that
to
like
you.
what they used to bite in World War? Like when they had the,
No, dude.
Cyanide
Cyanide
will
will
kill
kill you. It's
that's
That's
what
what
I'm
they use in
saying.
war, ain't it?
They had that like the fake tooth in like World War II, and they would.
oh yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
black. Yep, that's it.
And it was hydrogen cyanide. Is that what you just said?
Water cyanide.
That's not. Never mind.
Don't even.
Sorry, I'm not a scientist.
Neither was the guy that figured
Shut
out
up,
that a
Michael.
millipede smells like cherries.
You got a third of the molecule. At least.
It says almond scented, but
Well, you're
they
not
smell
wrong.
like
You're
cherries.
not wrong.
Can't remember what time it was.
We'll have to block that part out of the podcast.
Anyway, just a millipede. It's black and yellow.
Yeah.
Apparently,
I'm
it
good.
exudes hydrogen
I just wonder if
cyanide,
it
but it also says it doesn't
tastes good.
do enough. Yeah, I probably wouldn't do that, but
No, but I'm saying like if if another animal like tried to eat it or something, maybe it spit it out because it don't taste good.
Oh
or
yeah, it's
something.
like a Klondike bar for a deer.
I love Klondike bars.
Dude, what's your favorite one?
The Klondike bar, I like the Reese's ones.
Up top, brother.
The Oreo ones are pretty good too.
They're okay.
the original's pretty bomber.
The original.
Bomb.
You cannot
big
go
on
wrong.
You don't like it?
Anyway,
No.
I'm starting to begin if we have the wrong guest on the podcast. No
well,
Klondikes?
are we gonna get into something hunting related here, or are we just gonna talk about food?
Yeah, so we kind of already talked about it, but turkey season opens up tomorrow. I know y'all have a pretty busy weekend. I won't do too much hunting this weekend myself. I'm mainly going to go out next weekend and hunt really heavy in the next few weeks.
We're going to
But
get you a bird, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
if it happens, dope. If not, then
It's happening.
on to next year, you know?
I mean, you remember last year you were
Oh.
filming when we doubled up, and it
100%.
was
And
the
if I had a
craziest.
gun, we'd had 3 birds.
Yeah. So, now we'll get you on a bird, but yeah, tomorrow is turkey season opener.
I'm pumped.
It is that time of year, man. My favorite time. So we got some guys coming in town from the Elevate Tree Stands. Josh and Jared
They're
are coming
from
in.
Kansas?
Kansas.
Yeah.
Kansas.
And then Jake will be here as well. Y'all know Jake from, was that the last podcast?
Two podcasts ago.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, last
whatever.
one you were on.
Jake Blenda. He'll be here tomorrow to do some filming as well. Tonight, actually.
They'll all
And-
be here this evening.
Yeah. We plan to go roost some birds and then go out to dinner and wake up and hopefully turn some heads to jelly.
I won't be able to sleep all night.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude.
Andrew, what's your plans tomorrow?
I'm gonna roost birds this evening. Hopefully, just walk right up under one. That's my plan.
We went last weekend because he took
Yeah,
a youth hunter, so
Mm.
he's pretty much got these birds nailed down.
we got within 10
Yeah.
yards of one last weekend, so that won't happen again. And it walk away. I
Yeah,
hope.
no doubt.
Yeah, but he never putted or anything, did he?
No, he never putted. He popped up, seen the decoys, and then went back down over the hill.
Had a hen with him.
Yeah, he was henned up really bad. I was talking to a guy 2 or 3 days ago, and he was talking like the birds are already 2 weeks ahead. That's what he thought. Like they were henned up quite a bit.
Well, I mean, that's a
Oh,
good
they-
and a bad thing. I mean, the good thing is quicker they get out of when the hens go lay, that's when I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to get. I think.
Because about mid-morning when them hens,
Yeah, 10,
Go
11.
off.
Oh, between
dude,
11
get
and 2.
Get them by themselves.
oh, dude, that's when they get
Riled
really
up.
lonely.
But what time we killed last year? It was like 10?
Noon. No, it was like
oh yeah,
it was like noon.
11.
Lunchtime?
Because we didn't get to that third property until like 11:15.
Yeah, because we started on the lake property,
Yep.
and some guys came in off the public. Remember that?
Yep.
Shot and
Yep.
killed right off the roost.
Freaking
Which-
shysters.
Yeah, they were literally sitting on the property. I'm pretty sure they shot that turkey over the property line.
Well, where they were sitting was on public though.
Yeah, but
Remember,
because
because it was like the next day that we.
But they were on a tree bigger than this table, remember? And then they had a big open, like, where they cleared all the leaves off,
Yeah,
and they were facing
yeah, that's
toward
what I
the
was.
private.
Yeah. I mean, that's
We
probably
should have never went and knocked on that lady's door again, where they were gobbling across.
It's
the
probably too
river.
late now.
Yeah,
We could still try later.
I've been trying to get a hold of that guy I sent you a Snapchat of yesterday. All them strutters on that field
Where was it?
overhand.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do you
Good
guys have a
luck with
go-to
that.
phrase when you're asking for permission?
Dude, I am not a
I'm
good
terrible at it.
We were talking about that the other day.
I'm pretty good at it.
He's good at it because I don't know. I just get super
BSer.
nervous and I make it. Not even that. You just got
don't care.
you don't care. You got a confidence about you. I'm like
Nervous
scared to death.
Can I hunt your property?
No, I mean I'm not like that, but you know what I mean.
I know.
It just makes me nervous.
Yeah,
Well, you're
good
not
luck
worse
that
off than
time.
me because I haven't asked anybody.
It's not that hard, man. You just got to expect to know and then.
I was
be-
fixing to say Everybody I've ever asked said no. So
You just expect the no, and then you're surprised by the yes. You know what I'm saying?
Fair enough.
And it could be, you know, the way you landed your big lease. I mean, you done wrote that off basically.
Yeah, I did.
Ooh. That does remind me. I did get permission on a property. And it's like 40 minutes away from here. I think he said he had like 60 acres.
That's plenty enough to kill a bird.
The guy that I sold the oven to, whenever he was when he was picking it up, I was like, oh, this is my kind of guy. Big old thick accent on him. I loved it. Anyways, because I was asking him, I can't remember what I saw. Maybe it was a Realtree sticker on the back of his truck. Something sparked the conversation of hunting. So I asked him, I said, are you excited for turkey season? He goes, oh, I don't really hunt turkeys that much. He's like, I used to.
Deer guy.
He's like, yeah, I used to hunt deer all the time, and I'd hunt turkeys every now and then. He's like, but I don't really even hunt anymore at all. And I was like, oh, really? He's like, yeah. He's like, I've got this property. I'm not going to give the location. Anyways, he's like, yeah, out of my house, I've got yada, yada acres. And he's like, I never use it, but I see deer on there all the time. He's like, I see turkeys every now and then too. I was like, oh. I was like, you need anybody to come take care of that for you? He was like, yeah, come on out anytime. And then we exchanged.
There you go, dude.
Numbers.
You ever wonder if people like that are serious though? Like if you showed up and you're like, "Hey, here I am."
Right.
You know,
or if it was just like a kind gesture.
I mean, you got to take people for their word.
I was fixing to say, I'd say most people, like, I wouldn't say that unless I meant it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I would just, if you still got his number, call him and be like, hey, this is Michael. I sold you that oven.
Yeah. I'd like to come look at the
show up there.
I was wondering if that offer was still good for that for hunting.
Yeah, I need to message him. I should probably message him before it gets too far away in time. You know?
Did you hear me?
No.
Or you can repo the oven.
You should have just.
I think he paid in full on that.
Yeah, you should just give him the oven and been like, "Hey, about that hunting though."
Well, I might get best of both worlds now. Who knows?
Yeah, it could.
Very true.
So I gave him a freaking steal on that oven though. It's like it was like a $600 oven. I sold for $300. So
was this at when you worked over at what was it called?
Electronic Express.
Yeah.
No. This was an oven from. I'd had it since like November. Anyways, long story short, we bought matching appliances for my apartment, and so we replaced the oven that was in there. But the one that I sold was nicer than the one we replaced it with. But it was a rental unit, so we wanted cheaper appliances in there that matched.
Yeah.
So
makes sense.
Anyways, it was a hand-me-down oven, so I made $300.
Definitely. I would go and I would definitely call that guy. It's worth a shot anyway.
Yeah. That, and I told you this earlier this week, maybe last week, that I got some family that I got introduced to earlier this year.
Kentucky.
Yep, up in Kentucky, and got a connection to my great-grandfather's farm up there.
Nice.
It's like 90 acres.
Starts tomorrow as well.
I probably won't hunt turkeys at least on that property this year, but I'm going to try to go up there for deer season.
Well, sometimes when you when you ask older folks if you can, permission to hunt, sometimes they need stuff done. And you're like, hey, that's the way that one dude.
Bunch.
That the 100%. Woman that he's talking about that had birds all over her, she wanted to give us permission bad. She wanted to give you permission.
She did real bad.
But she already had a couple young guns that were mowing her yard or something like that. She said, honey, next year you come hit me up and we'll see. Yeah. We'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
And
she's the nicest old lady,
super nice. But she wanted to give him permission, but she had already. She
really did want to give him permission.
She'd already
given the
promise.
rights.
And we had the morning we were hunting on that property,
the birds were gobbling on her property.
Yeah, we had a hen come up. Remember the hen come up?
Yep.
Is this the same property you're talking about?
Yeah, that we started on last year. Me and Jay started on last year. But we were back
we were right on a knob overlooking the lake.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We were overlooking the lake.
And they were across the
creek that dumps into the lake right there where the waterfall is. across the river, basically.
There's a
right
big
there.
old long field that runs through there behind her house, and boy, they was over there.
There were like 6 of them gobbling.
Dude, they were gobbling at us too. We were
Yeah,
over there
They were hammering.
clucking, and they were.
But they weren't going to fly across.
No,
that
we were
gully,
hoping
so,
they would, but
yeah.
And this was last year you asked her for it? Or this
Mhm.
year?
Oh, we
That
went around
morning.
there that morning and knocked.
she was doing her
Did
hair.
you hit her back
something
up this year?
No, we
No,
talked
we
about
need
it probably because we were off that way.
Well, remember, I lost permission on all that property.
Correct.
And then
We were over there duck hunting.
Yeah, and then we talked about, we need to stop in and
We're like,
ask
yeah,
her.
we'll do it. And of course, we never did.
And then I lost permission, and then I gained permission again. So now I need to
Back in the loop.
need to get over there and do that because we'll be stomping around over there a little bit.
There's one place that I'm dying to get permission on, but every time I pull up in their driveway, it's just giant dogs, like aggressive.
Yeah, that's hard.
In or out.
Yeah.
Bring some dog treats or throw a steak out.
Bro, those
Yeah.
are big white sheep dogs.
The Great Pyrenees.
Bite your leg off dogs.
Oh,
No,
I know what you're
dude.
talking about.
They're all
Dude.
bark.
I don't know. I ain't willing to chance it.
I wouldn't want to find out.
My neighbor had one of those all growing up. His name was Smokey. He was all bark.
I see her planting flowers sometimes, but I'm trying to catch her in the flower bed.
Is it a woman?
There you go.
Yeah. She every morning I go hunting, just gobbling their heads off on.
I feel like if it's a woman that's like she's the sole owner of the property, they're a lot easier to persuade than.
Sometimes
they're like,
But if they're married and they're like, I have to ask my husband, I'll be like, it's pretty much no, probably.
man, you can't judge a book by its cover.
I
dude.
know,
You just
but-
gotta knock and be
I
polite,
feel like you didn't.
be
Surely
well
just never
spoken, and
know.
just ask.
I've had less luck probably with single women like that. Like you said, it was more of a we don't want you running around here because I'm by myself kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was a single woman with a house, I wouldn't want a strange
Some
man
random-
just running around with a weapon on my property.
Yeah.
That was kind of a good thing
You're
about
wrong.
the appliances. All them little old women needing stuff done.
Yeah, I did.
First one with a few acres, you'd be like, hey.
Well, that's what I mean. If you do some stuff for them,
Oh, yeah.
if they need, some housework or something, you do that, get to know them a little bit, and then they're like, oh, yeah, this guy's a good guy.
That's not a bad idea because I
Yeah,
kind of want to learn.
30 longbeards out there.
Well, here's another
kind of want to learn how to run a farm and.
here's another angle. Is a lot of people don't care about turkeys, so they'll let you hunt 'em.
That's all I care about.
I do.
So
love
you
hunting
think
turkeys,
it's easier to get turkey permission property
Yes.
than it is deer?
100%. I believe it is. Yep.
You think it's the time of year?
It could be, too. Everybody's just
yeah,
coming
could
out
be.
of that
Yeah,
nasty.
could be. Everybody's like
happy-go-lucky?
a little bit more of spirit lifted and
Springtime, everybody's
Yeah.
happier. Weather's warmer. You're not in your winter depression.
Do y'all think you have less turkeys this year than you did last year?
I haven't been out enough to even make that assumption.
yeah, that's
I don't know.
Based off of what I
Last
know
year?
from last year,
Oh.
absolutely not. I think there's going to be more. I mean, you passed by that place that I.
Oh, yeah.
that
I've seen poults too. Not like lately, but I mean back in.
Yeah, I
I've
mean
seen
that
some
place you
poults.
passed that I hunt on. I got a month and a half ago. I got a video with 9 longbeards in it.
And
And
those
they're
birds were
all-
all Super Jakes last year.
Yeah, they were all Super Jakes last year. They got really big beards too. A few of them I think were because nobody hunts over there, and we never killed one off of it.
And they think they are high on the horse, buddy. Don't they?
Those Jakes were. Dude.
Oh, they beat the crap out of them. Have
we told this story on the podcast?
No,
I
but
don't know that we have. So me and Hunter.
He's got a bird over there that we should have named Goliath last year. He is, dude, his beard.
His beard is as big around as that Coke bottle, and dragging the ground.
Is he still alive?
We didn't kill him.
We didn't kill him.
I don't think nobody hunts over there. As many turkeys as over there. So he and I pulled up to this place last year, and
We
we
skirted the road the whole time.
but this place is only like 56 acres, but it's like
We had already seen them. we knew they was out there. Because remember when we pulled up, we skirted.
That's right. We come down the road that you always come down and saw them out in the field. So we parked where we always park, and we got out. We
walked quite a bit.
We got down around the road because there's that little hill there on the backside of that field between the road and the field. So we went around the field, but where they were at was up in that corner. So we came around, but there's a hill that goes up from the corner. So when we come over the hill, like we were kind of just out in the open, and
we
were glassing. I mean, we crawled up to the hill, to the crest of the hill, and we were glassing.
I mean, they were moving this whole time.
We could see that Longbeard coming at us, and I mean, he was a giant.
Dude, huge. Big body, big beard, big everything.
And we're trying to crawl down, and like he's coming, and at this point he's like 80 yards away, and we're on the edge of the field, and we need like another 30 yards to get to the edge of the field.
Yep.
And we're like on a hillside, and the hillside's facing where he's coming from. And the only thing I could think to do is I said, Hunter, hold that.
We had a reaping decoy.
Hold that strut decoy up. And he did, and we were crawling behind it, and that turkey saw that decoy. Dude, and he freaking
scared me.
Dude, he did a 90-degree angle and went the opposite direction, and then next thing we know, here comes like 4 or 5 Jakes behind him.
Them Jakes been whooping up
Them
on
Jakes
him.
been
Pushing
pushing
him around.
Yeah,
Dang.
so
We didn't know that though.
Yeah.
if we'd have just sat still, that turkey would have come right.
They would have
into the
pushed him
woods.
right to us.
Right to us.
But we didn't know. I mean, because when we threw that thing up and he was running, we're like, oh man, he's gonna come right here to us.
Yeah.
Shoot. As soon as his eyes got adjusted to what he was seeing,
Gone.
left turn, he was outie.
That's always a heartbreaker. You
man.
think it's gonna work out perfectly like that, and then it.
Well, I mean, had them birds not been messing with him, he might have got mad.
I don't know. I've tried to.
But I feel like the pecking order there, that he was,
Well, there's
although he was
there
the
were a lot of
biggest
Jakes over there.
dominant looking bird, I think
Well,
he
I don't
probably
know if he would
got.
have been the dominant bird, but I'm saying he was the biggest tom we've seen on that place.
He was one of the bigger toms I've ever seen. Period.
Yeah, he was a giant dude. But I've tried to reap a bird. I don't know how people feel about that.
Well, you can
Oh,
reap
I
it.
dude,
tried
it's
it.
fun.
Not on public. On private. You
on
can.
private, you can.
Oh.
I've tried it, and I've never really had any luck doing it.
First time I ever reaped a turkey, it was me and my uncle when we were at a lease that he's on, and we come through this little.
So where y'all killed that big pig?
Yes.
Okay.
We come through this little opening, and it opened up into a big field. Well, these two longbeards were coming from our right, but they couldn't see us yet. We could see them, but they couldn't see us. And I said, what are we going to do? He said, we're fixing to reap these dudes. So I held up the decoy, and he got right behind me, and we just eased out there maybe like 10 feet just where they could see us. Dude, as soon as they seen us, they left turn right to us, and here they come running.
Yeah.
And I was like, what are we going to do? He said, we're going to count to 3, and you go left and I'll go right. I said, okay. And he counted down, and when he did, I dropped that thing, and he peeled right, and I went left, and dude, we killed them both. That was my first reaping experience, and I was like,
Jeez.
wow.
Dude, we've got so close.
That
to
was
it.
awesome.
Dude,
We've had one smack the decoy like that, reaping them like that
we
before.
didn't
It's
let
scary.
them, we let them get to, that was probably
10 yards or something.
7 yards,
Oh,
8 yards.
man.
I mean, they were like right in front of us.
That's intense and
We
fun.
both had 12 gauges, or I'd have probably missed it.
I'd have been shaking like a dog.
Yeah, you probably would.
I guarantee you I would have missed it. I'm horrible, dude. Apparently, I can't hit the broadside of a barn with a shotgun.
What is your
Is there-
kill to miss ratio?
Oh, and in late, it's not good at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
I killed one
When
last
you
year.
running like 30%
Shot.
success rate.
I shot 4 times last year and killed one.
It's 25. But
Yeah.
is that a thing? Do you practice with turkey load?
You just want to pattern your
Yeah.
gun on paper, see where it's hitting.
And that's just
Because
like,
you could
adjusting whatever sight you have or what?
You're aiming at a paper target that's got a turkey head on it, you want to get your anchor point set right and then shoot and see where that pattern's hitting the paper. Then you know, like, okay, well, I need to adjust
a little left.
Yeah.
Yada yada.
If you're shooting a gun just with
or you're gonna
regular
know
sights and same ammunition, I don't see that. I mean, if you want to shoot it, you can shoot it, but it should be shooting. And, if you're running optics like a red dot or a scope or something, it's probably a good idea to shoot it. But if you're just running the factor, just a regular old bead, fiber optic bead or something, same ammunition, should be like riding a bike.
Yeah, no need to change it.
Yeah.
But if you have a red dot, you definitely want to make sure it's on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I missed, I guess it was 2 or 3 years ago. I can't remember, but I missed the turkey it flew off the roost like 10 yards in front of me, or maybe 15 yards in front of me, and I missed it. And I was shot at it once. It didn't even move.
Bamboozled you.
I was like,
dude, missing turkey sucks.
And I was using my little 410 pump, so I shucked another one, shot again, missed it again, and then it ran off to 60 yards. I was like, or maybe 40 yards. I shucked another one and missed again. I said,
"What's going on?
I don't know what the heck's wrong with this thing, So I go home and shoot it on paper. I'm shooting 6 inches high.
Oh,
so
yeah, that'll do it.
I put a red dot on that gun I got. This will be the first time I've ever hunted turkeys with a red dot. So,
yeah. So do you when you're
awesome.
sighting in a red dot for a shotgun? Is it the same process as any other weapon? You're just trying.
I
to
usually just use regular bird loads
as
to get it
close to the center as possible.
We can't afford to shoot.
That's what I'm saying. If you're shooting TSS or something,
no, you don't want to do that.
No.
Yeah, with mine, I'm shooting like you said, bird load. I'll change it out and just kind of get it on the paper.
Get as close as you
And
possibly
then and then I'll shoot one of the turkey loads.
I see.
To just kind of pattern that load to the gun.
So you're getting a rough idea with a cheaper ammo, and then you're gonna shoot 1 or 2 of your actual rounds.
Yeah,
to
because
dial it in.
if you,
you're talking about $10 a round for freaking
right.
Yeah,
more.
I mean,
it makes
more.
sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like shooting my.
But I mean, it's worth it to spend the $10 to make sure your gun's on.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Right. You don't want to blow an opportunity.
I've blown an opportunity.
I can't.
Times.
I use a red dot now because I
got that.
I miss a turkey, and then it's like, do I got my head up? Am I not running it down far enough? So then, I missed one. I'm like, well, my head was up, and then next time I'm like,
yeah. Here, I'll tell you what you need.
I got what I need.
You need that dead ringer that I have on my.
Yeah, a circle that you
circle,
bury the
and then
center
you put
of it,
that,
and that's it.
You put that fiber optic in the center of that circle.
That way your head's basically in the same place every time.
You can't really get
That's
wrong
what's on
way.
my 28
you
gauge.
Think,
that thing's pretty
if
sweet.
you ain't got
dude.
nothing up here and you
then
just
I
got
don't
a
have
bead
to
on
worry
the
about
end,
a red dot,
Yeah.
depending on where your head's at.
Yeah, it could change. Yeah, no, I never thought of that.
With that dead ringer, you don't like Alex last year. You remember? Was it me, you, and him?
Yeah.
Remember he got
In the rain.
the rain on his red dot and it messed up his dot.
Yeah, but that bird was close enough. Me and Chad both thought that he could literally probably close his eyes and
swing the back of the shotgun at
oh, dude.
So we come out of the woods. It started
wild.
raining.
No, it wasn't raining. It was. I mean,
it
it
was
come a
strangler,
torrential downpour.
We come out of the woods down off this hill and the road.
A big old fat rain.
It's a private road to this guy's house. Well, we come down off the hill to the road,
and I said,
we all look
"There's
down.
a bird going across the field."
Yeah, we all look down. There's a big old Tom.
As soon as he seen us, boom.
Yeah, he went. So there was down off the hill. It got flat, and he was down there. Well,
there was a little gully or something.
There was a finger of woods that came, and he went behind the finger of woods.
And I said, "Run up there to the road.
And
He's going to cross
Alex went up the road, and I went down. And, dude, it crossed 10 yards from Alex.
That's some SEAL Team 6 stuff in the turkey woods.
Well, when he went to raise his gun up, his reflex sight had water all over it, and his bead was just all dispersed.
Right, yeah.
I said,
with
just
the
put the
light
thing
illumination
around
or
it.
He kept saying, "Shoot it!"
Did he kill it or no?
He didn't shoot at it.
Oh.
All he was looking at was a clear piece of glass. You couldn't even see the dot.
Oh, I'm no scoping in that 10 yards.
Yeah.
That's what
absolutely.
Chad said, dude. You could have just pointed the gun and shot it right at his head. You would have killed him.
This many beads going somewhere.
Right.
Well, he stood there for a few seconds. He stood there for 30 seconds. Remember? Because Alex
was he shooting a 410?
410.
Okay, that's yeah.
But he was still.
I mean, I'm still at least hip firing a 410 at 10 yards. If I got to.
From the hip, baby.
Do what you got to do.
It was that was a fun day. We got soaking wet though. Golly.
Didn't have your
I
frog
think we
dog with you, huh?
We spooked birds going in.
I think we spooked a couple birds going up the hill. Well, we did because Alex said, "Oh, there was one right there."
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it was already kind of.
And we had them gobbling. I mean, we were in this big like hollow. I mean, and there was a road. When I say big hollow, there's like road and houses everywhere. But you could literally. We were on the side of this mountain, calling, and there were gobbling all around us, weren't they? There was probably like 7 or 8 birds gobbling, and none of them where we were at. We did spook that hen up off that nest. Remember? Mm-hmm. She was like right there beside us. I mean, we got from me to Devin before she flew off the nest, scared us half to death. But
sure, sounds like a tornado.
Yeah, that's a little scary.
Did you kill last year?
I didn't kill a bird last year.
Did you go?
Yeah, a lot.
You was all public land though, weren't you?
No.
Do you hunt mostly?
It was always
mostly
something.
private.
Yeah. It was always something. A coyote come up, took my decoy once.
Oh my gosh!
I couldn't call a bird across the fence, other property line once. I mean, it was just always something. It was the first year since I was 12 years old that I didn't kill a turkey.
Wow. Dang.
And it was depressing.
I mean, I only killed one, and
Sounds
that
like
was
you're still
the first
still
year I've
getting
ever
over it.
had
Oh, I'm
a
salty.
million opportunities.
I killed 2.
Got a chip on your shoulder this year, though.
Yeah, no, I'm going in.
Oh, I'd say tomorrow it's happening for you.
I don't care if I have to crawl all the way to the back of that field. Something going on.
Oh, that's what I like. I like when it gets.
If a Super Jake comes out in
dirty.
front of me tomorrow, talks dirty, he's going down.
It is fun when it gets like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when you gotta like.
When you're like kind of scared. That's what I
Heart's
like.
What are you
racing.
scared of?
Scared you
gotta
don't want to
blow
get
it.
caught.
Blow the
You don't want to get
opportunity,
blown.
yeah.
That's the way that's the way we hunt. There's one of 2 outcomes. The bird's dying or you're going to spook it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super aggressive.
Or you're gonna miss like Hunter did.
Or you're gonna
twice
miss.
last year.
Yeah. Well, that class that goes under spooking them.
Yeah.
Just
wow.
yeah,
took,
spooking them out to the next county.
I didn't kill last year. I took 2 boys, and both of them killed last year in front of me.
Nice.
And then I didn't kill a bird, so
Oh.
I was real salty.
Well, this year you're solo opening morning, so
Yeah. So.
You gonna try to film it?
Oh yeah, I'm
Nice.
filming it.
Perfect.
Probably just one camera instead of 2.
you think it's harder to get a turkey kill on film, or do you think it's harder to get a deer kill on film?
deer kill?
Deer kill for sure.
Absolutely. I mean, the 90% of the time, a gob's gonna run to your decoy.
Yeah, I mean if you're hunting
agree
over
with the deer kill.
decoys for sure, yeah.
I've been on 5 turkey hunts, and 2 of those were double ups.
Yeah.
I've been on at least 25 hunts just filming for deer, and I don't think I have filmed 1 kill.
I'm talking about like with the animal in front of you. I'm not talking about like having to go out there and find the deer. I'm talking about just if you're them detecting you is what I mean.
Self filming, I think it's easier to kill a turkey. But if you have somebody filming with you, I think there's really no argument for either. I think I think it's easier to kill a turkey than it is a big buck, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. You can almost, I say that you can almost guarantee good footage of a turkey every time. You can't always guarantee the deer's gonna walk.
Well, because they can smell, dude, and they're like,
turkeys could smell. You'd never kill them.
Yeah,
No.
exactly.
I mean, like ever, because they can.
They can see really good, but if they can smell, dude, oh my gosh.
And if a deer couldn't smell, you'd kill them all the time too.
Dude, technically, really, you don't even have to be moving for a turkey to sense something is up.
Yeah. They could.
If they get in close quarters with you and they get all freaked out.
But at the same time, though, I've
know
had some stupid encounters.
I know. To be so, I don't.
Like two men
To be
hiding
so
behind
stupid,
a
they're
decoy.
smart.
How did they not pick that out?
To be so good at surviving, they're pretty dumb.
Oh, dude. Yes.
Their brains the size of a peanut, dude. It's, you know what I'm saying? Their instinct is to live. And
Yeah, I was fixing to say, survival's that's what drives them.
So we got a lot of rain last year during turkey season. Are frog togs a no-go for turkey hunting?
They are for me.
They're hot.
I don't. Yeah, if it's raining, I'm just not hunting. If I get caught in the rain, I'm just getting wet.
Yeah.
We got caught in the rain
Just deal with it.
Yeah.
a bunch last year.
If I get caught in the rain, I'm just getting wet. That's all there is to it.
If I
You're
get
not
caught in the
even-
rain and I
you're not
get
even
good and
worried
wet,
about
I'm not even
Any
just.
kind of water
I may take a rain jacket and just shove it in my vest, but I'm not. Yeah.
or like an emergency poncho or something.
Yeah.
I honestly no. I'm just.
Not
the
even gonna-
only thing I care about getting wet is my calls, but
In the brunt of season, though, if it rains, most of the time it's like 165 degrees here anyway. So you're like,
yeah, you're welcoming it. But
Yeah, it feels nice.
With frog togs in particular, you're getting wet either way, whether it's from rain or sweat. So.
yeah, exactly.
yeah, if there ain't moisture on one side, it's on the other.
Yeah, for sure.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Especially if
I've never
you're
owned a pair, so I don't know, but
Oh,
They're pretty good in the pinch.
You ever wore one of those plastic sauna suits?
yeah.
Same thing.
Okay, yeah, I figured.
Man, I made the worst
Makes
mistake
you want to pass out if you get too
Oh,
hot.
yeah.
last year when we were on that hunt with Jace. I went pretty much that entire time with my hoodie on,
Yeah, dude.
and that was a mistake.
Oh my goodness.
I remember when I took it off, Jace was behind me, and he was like, bro, the amount of back sweat you have right now is unbelievable. Because I ended up taking my shirt off and looking at the back, dude, the entire back. Like I think I had a gray shirt on,
was
like
hot,
a light
bro.
gray, dude. It was almost black.
Yeah.
It's going to be nice
I
tomorrow.
think I
Tomorrow's
lose-
gonna be amazing, dude.
I lose a lot of weight during turkey season most of the time.
It's because we're running and going.
'cause we
man.
walk.
Because you're moving.
A lot.
Yeah.
That's
lot.
that's the best. Because my dad he's a go sit and wait.
Yeah.
He can wait them out. Like he's
You like that run and gun stuff.
yeah. I mean
I don't
morning hunting. Yeah. I mean you're if you roost one, you're sitting and banking on them flying close enough for you to get a shot. So that's kind of that way to hunt. But
if you don't get on one,
that's how I learned to turkey hunt.
I like killing them. It don't matter really.
That's what I
you know what
like.
I'm saying? It's
Mhm.
fine.
Whatever works.
It's
in the
fun if I
situation.
get on them, if I roost them and go sit under them and they fly down and I kill one. Hey, that's perfectly fine. I get to go eat breakfast. You know what
You
I'm
don't
saying?
care how it's done.
That's me too.
But I'll be honest, there's something about like
hearing them and chasing them.
calling to them and playing that whole game and chasing 'em
game,
and
man.
walking and then you might have one come around you and then you have to get up and go around it. It's just so much fun.
Constant chess match.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
yeah, because you can even bust one like they putt at you and everything, and you still there's situations where you're not out of the game every time.
You could still get back on those
we've
turkeys.
shot before and then just started clucking right after and then turn around and come back while the other one's flopping.
Mm-hmm. Well, that one I shot
Yeah, I
while
was
we were
about to
hunting,
say.
I was calling. So the setup was we were driving on this road. It's a county road, but the guy that owns the property owns both sides of the road. So we drive out to the end of this county road. It's like overlooking the lake, and we're calling, and we hear nothing. We see a bunch of turkey sign, but we don't hear anything. And then we passed up though a piece that he owned, it was like 80 to 100 acres. I can't remember. So I was like, let's go back and call it this, step out and call it this one. Well, as soon as we parked, we went down a hill, came and at the bottom of the hill. No. We go down the hill, come up at the top of the hill is where his property starts. And then it kind of goes over like a flat, just sort of sloping down another hill. and all the right side of the road's his property. Well, we get up, we kind of go over that hill, we park. Michael's like, did you guys not see those turkeys over there? They were like right beside the road. And I was like, no, I didn't see them. I said, let's step in the woods here and call, see what they were. We walk in 20 yards into the woods. I call, they both gobble. 2 gobbles.
Drove right past them.
Yeah, drove right past them.
They were like 15 yards from the road.
I'm glad we did though, because if we'd have like slowed down, it could have spooked them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But so
because I thought you had seen them when we were driving past, and that's why you decided to pull over so quick. I was like, it was just impeccable timing.
Yeah, no, it was just like everything lined up. But we got in the woods, we called, and they both gobbled. And then I was like, oh crap, let's back off a little bit and go down this hill a little bit and call them over to us. Well, we backed off and went down, and they stayed where they were at, and they just kept gobbling. So I was like, all right, let's go through this draw and up this logging road and try to get right to before it crests over where they're at. And we do that, and I call, and they gobble. And then we move up maybe 30 more yards, and we sit down.
You're about 20 yards in front of us at this point.
Well, I'm about 10 to 15 yards in front of you.
Yeah.
And then I sit down, they sit down 10 yards to my right, because I'm thinking they're just going to come over the hill, and we're going to be able to just like both shoot directly that way. Well, I sit here, they sit there. There's the logging road right in front of us, and then it crests over the hill right past the logging road. I start scratching the ground, just lightly yelping, and they're gobbling every time that I yelp. And then I just shut up, and I just keep scratching the ground, and they're gobbling at every scratch.
You could feel it in your chest.
Yeah, dude. And they come, so it's a point, right? So it was a point, and the logging road come up out of the draw around this point, and it went down over like that. Well, they ended up passing us up and going down the point, and then they come over the logging road and started walking the edge of the logging road on the same elevation that we were on. And I'm pointed at the logging road, perpendicular to the logging road. And I see out of the corner of my left eye like a red head. So I just like slowly turn, and I shoot one at like 20 yards. And then I shoot it dies and starts flopping right there. And the one behind it starts beating it up. I'm like, Jace, stand up and shoot it. Stand up and shoot it. And Jace just stands up, pulls that 410 up, and starts running at the turkey and shoots it. And we double up, and we're just like high-fiving and hugging and like freaking out.
I still think the best part of that entire encounter was watching Jace chase that bird down.
His bird started flopping and like went down the hill, and he's chasing it down the hill, and he steps on its tail fan, rips tail feathers out of it.
Did you get all that on film?
Yes.
Oh, I want to see that.
Yeah. Honestly, we should probably
hyped,
post that just to like open up the season. If I can find that video, because I think we had it pretty much all the way.
We didn't get the kill on camera.
I just want to see him running like this.
I don't know that he got him on camera doing that, because when I said
got
stand
like
up
the very
and shoot
first
him,
few seconds.
I said stand up and shoot him. Michael was like in a weird position, and he was like he couldn't get up, so the camera was like doing all this.
I was in such a bad spot,
but it was a pretty fun hunt.
I had to get low. I had to get low because once you told me they were coming in on the logging trail, I was like, uh-oh. So I had to like get down on my side, and like I was like leaning my body like at a 45-degree angle, like adjusting the camera. And anyways,
that's what I mean. It can be difficult.
Well, because we had it on a tripod, and that's where we messed up. We need no more tripod.
Well, I just had no way to cover myself at all.
Yeah.
And I had the tripod. That's where we messed up.
Yeah.
I think you can make a tripod work if you're going to be stationary for a little bit longer.
It's
and you've
easier
got something
just
to
to
cover it up
now
with.
the way you got those shoulder things.
The shoulder mounts is going to make it a lot easier.
Yeah. But no, that was a fun hunt.
So if a turkey gobbles, how far are you getting to it before you sit down when it's on roost?
Shoot, if you get in there early enough,
on the
like how close
if you get
are
in there
willing to
black
get?
dark and don't use a light.
Yeah, but
You sit right
most of
there
the time they don't
sucker.
gobble until the sun starts to come up.
I know, but if you
know, roosted it and you're like, all right, I think he's in this tree. I'm trying to get at least.
No, I'm saying roost him like Knockler's like, yeah, there he just flew up right there in that tree.
Oh yeah, you
before
could go
sun up,
dark,
you can see him.
And get
I'm saying if you like pull up to a spot, you didn't roost a bird, you got one goblin already.
I don't get
How
super close.
It depends on the situation. If
lay of the land and stuff.
Yeah, the lay of the land. I mean, if I can use elevation or like an edge to hide my way,
if you can get below them,
I want to get in to at least
or above them.
If I can get into 50, 60 yards, I'm going to try to do it.
I always play that game in my head, like, ooh, am I too close? Ooh, maybe I'm not.
But
close
I think,
enough.
but I think within,
or if they got hens with them or not.
Yeah, well, you don't know unless they make noise.
I think within I think 60 yards is, if you can get within 60 yards of them, that bubble is, they're coming.
Yeah.
Sometimes if they got hens and you try to call to them, the hens will take them the other way.
Or the best thing to do is, like, if you know, well, you're just saying, like, if you pull up on a spot and you hear one on the roost. I mean, but if you can anticipate where they might fly down, try to get there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like if they're roosting on the edge of a field, you know they're gonna fly to the field.
That's a hard game to play.
Especially at my place.
It's hard.
Well,
it's hard to play that game.
They're in Baxter.
Yeah,
I'll say it now because I can't. Somebody else bought the property, but the water tower.
Yeah,
dude, I've walked straight into that field down the edge and around and had them roost right behind me and fly right down in front of me.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you could pretty much
because I
know
knew
where they're gonna fly
exactly.
down.
I knew. I never even heard them, but I just went in there before daylight, sat down on the edge, and then when it came up, I might like throw an owl hoot out. Dude, they were like 30 yards behind me.
Yeah.
And just fly down to the decoy.
Well, like last weekend, I had that problem. I thought I knew about where he was roosted. It was the exact opposite. But then it turned into a game of, do I get aggressive? Do I wait? I mean, where he flew down was like 200 yards away.
Yeah.
Did you hear him get down, though?
Well, no, I waited because he'd been showing up on camera at that time, and he walked through exactly at that time. If he would have been late, I would have went to him. But
he ended up coming to you guys. That's the one that got like 10 yards.
Oh,
from
yeah.
Yeah,
he walked right to us.
He showed me the footage.
But he wouldn't gobble at me until he walked past and seen the decoys. And then he started gobbling at my calls. Never once gobbled back at it.
Well, that boy he was with, it was anticipating him
coming to the decoys.
Keep on going the way he was going.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, he just
dipped
popped
over
up,
the hill.
and it was a ridge, so he popped up top, looked, seen, and then popped right back down and walked around and started strutting. About 80 yards.
That's that time we went over there and had all of them last year. Dude, we could hear them.
Yeah.
Like, all we had to do was like right over the edge, but there were so many of them, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Plus, we had missed them.
Yeah.
So
Talking
what would you
about it? The ridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talk about like big no-nos in the woods when it comes to whitetail, like Velcro, clanking, stuff like that. What would you guys consider no-nos in the turkey woods?
Color.
Yeah, color. It's probably similar to deer hunting, because they got pretty good hearing.
You definitely want to wear a face mask.
Oh.
Or paint.
Definitely want to either paint or wear a face mask.
What about gloves?
Gloves for sure. I think a turkey can see your white skin. I mean,
most of the time I put some.
I mean, if you're not painting,
put some paint on the top of my hands.
Yeah.
So cover up.
As the best you can and be still, and then patience, dude. Patience is the biggest thing.
Hurry up and wait.
Yep.
Unless you got a beard like Chad, then you could literally put like
I always wear a face mask.
two little things under his eyes if you wanted to.
Just curl up his mustache.
I think that's our biggest issue. Like when we're hunting together, it's patience. Like we don't have any. We don't have any.
It's really hard to be patient turkey hunting when they're gobbling. I don't know.
I think we towards the end of the year last year, I felt like I learned a lot last year.
I know Jack
you
gets
had never
antsy.
hunted that way.
I had never hunted that way. My dad always taught me to sit and wait.
Yeah.
Because, of course, when I first started going on my own, I thought,
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here all day like he does. I'm going to,
Yeah,
I'll wait 20, 30 minutes. If they ain't sitting in front of me, I'm going after them.
Yeah.
And then, I play this game for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and then you're walking out and they're out there. He's standing right there where you was calling all morning
Yeah.
the first time. And it's like, dang.
The guy that
Should've
raised
listened to
me
Dad.
up hunting, not my dad, he took me a few times, but one of my dad's friends at the time, he took me all the time. But he was the type of person that pop up a blind, sit in the blind with the decoys out for a while. If they didn't come up, I mean, I'm talking like till 7:30 a while. But if they didn't come up, go to them every time. If you didn't hear nothing by 8 o'clock, go to the next spot.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the game we played all the time.
See, I don't. Sometimes they're a little late getting up, a little late getting fired up.
Yeah.
There ain't nothing more fun than showing up to a random spot and striking up a 12 o'clock bird.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
That's my favorite.
Mid-morning birds are the funnest.
Oh, yeah.
I think if you can get
'Cause
one gobbling afternoon,
Oh, yeah.
like 12 p.m., I think it's a dead bird.
Oh, I agree 100%.
What's really good is if you have a crappy morning, like, I don't know, you might have heard like one or two, like 5,000 yards away.
Yeah.
And then you pull up at one of your random spots. You're like, I don't want to go here. I ain't been here all year.
Yeah.
It's like 10:30, 11 o'clock. And they just freaking, just mash it. And you're like,
Oh, no.
Yes. Yeah. Sweet relief. Yeah.
yes.
You're like ducking. You're like, oh, God, sit down. We got to sit down.
And sometimes you get in a spot where you can't, it's hard to tell how far they are.
Yeah. Well,
'Cause,
at
like,
my place especially, because they'll be on
That's what I'm
the
saying.
ridge
Anywhere,
right next to you, gobbling at you.
pretty much anywhere where we hunt,
Yeah.
you included.
Terrain. I mean,
It's if their heads turn that way, it sounds like they're 4 miles away from you, and if they're facing towards you, it sounds like they're right in your face.
Yeah.
So it's
weird.
probably like a
I
skill
cannot
set
wait.
you want to
Golly,
just
I'm getting so
develop,
excited.
whether or not you like to move around a lot or whether or not you like to sit in one spot and wait. It's
Listen,
more or
they-
less
they
just like
both work.
figure out what works for you.
it's all circumstantial, in my opinion. I think, all right, if you have these birds patterned like Andrew's got them patterned, he knows they're coming through this gap at this time
Oh, no.
every day. You sit down and you wait on them.
Yeah.
If they don't do that at the time, you just get up, walk around, and start trying to strike one up.
Them's like home birds.
Or like what we're going to do tonight, we're going to go try and roost some birds. And then we just go get in there and try to sit down and in the morning and let them fly down in front of us.
see,
Yeah.
roosting birds has different meanings for different people. When I like if I say a roosting,
Not really. Roosting a bird is roosting a bird.
well, I mean, like some people say roosting, like they're just going to go listen to see if there's a turkey in the vicinity. I always picture in my head like roosting a bird is like I saw which tree he went up in.
Well, yeah, that's what, in my opinion, it's you go out, you call, you listen. All right, he's like in this draw or on this point, or like obviously you're not going to know the exact tree unless you see him in the tree. But
Right. Well, I mean, I've
dude, that video I showed you of those birds in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
So I've got permission on 38 acres right there. Last year, I roosted a bird, saw what tree he was in,
that's what I'm saying. I've used binoculars before.
and came back the next morning and literally crawled up to like 30 yards from the tree he was in. But a really, really bad thunderstorm had
Pushed
come
him out.
through. No, it was coming through. And it was like 7 a.m. and it was lightning and thundering and the wind was starting to blow. And he was gobbling every single time it would thunder. I would call, he would gobble. He would gobble on his own. I got video of it on my phone because I'm sitting here behind a tree like this just filming him. And then it starts like a downpour and I just like, all right, screw it. I'm getting out of there.
Not worth it anymore.
Yeah. So I also thought I might get struck by lightning, but it was But yeah, I mean, if you're gonna roost one like that, that's if you know what tree he's in, go crawl up under that tree.
We roosted a bird all year last year.
I haven't had a picture of my birds in 5 days. I went and checked on them this morning. They're on a completely different part of the whole farm.
Are you hunting just Tennessee this year?
Oh, yeah.
No out-of-state plans?
No, I got a new baby. I can't go far.
Oh, yeah, that'll restrict you.
That's the best reason. I've never hunted out of state either, so as far as turkeys.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I want to kill and marry them for sure. I don't care nothing about Osceolas or Rios. Too many snakes.
Yeah. Sounds like you're deathly afraid of snakes.
Bro, you don't know.
You don't want to deal with the Florida Panthers?
I will ruin a whole turkey hunt to kill a snake.
I
ain't kidding.
Bother you that
bad? You ruined my one Sunday then.
3.5 inch to the head.
Snakes don't bother me that bad.
Yeah, they don't.
I almost stepped on a black snake Sunday.
They've got to like really catch me off guard.
I don't care. I don't even like dead ones.
Well, I didn't say I liked them. But.
You could have a python that's a pet. I ain't even coming in your house.
We need to have old Ed bring him his snake.
Yeah, Ed brought his snakes over here one time.
No.
To do a podcast.
I'm out. I'm gonna be in here. I don't know why. I've never had no bad experience. Well, I had one bite me in the boot one time.
It's the devil.
But golly, I'll do mice, rats.
Oh, I can't do mice.
Mice bother you?
Oh, yeah.
Why?
That's really
more
weird.
than the dark.
He about had a mouse jump on his foot. Was that you down there?
Where?
We went to roosting birds last week.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I thought it was a snake.
Dude, this field mouse is straight Michael Jordan out of the grass, dude.
Well, the only thing I could think of.
He was like, oh my gosh, what was it? I said, dude, that's a mouse.
My wife's grandpa was like, oh, yeah, that part of the area is covered up in snakes. Oh, yeah.
There he is right there.
Too bad you ain't in Florida. Could have shot him.
Yeah, off the roost.
But you won't catch me tromping through the marsh. No go.
What's your dream hunt? Like if you could go anywhere in the world, hunt anything, all expenses paid for, what are you doing?
I'm definitely going to New Mexico on an elk hunt. In whatever unit it is, Unit 1. That takes like 12 years and the tag's like $15,000 or something.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah. It takes forever.
Why?
It's just the biggest elk producing unit in the United States. The quality is huge.
Yeah.
Speaking of quality elk, is that Arizona's got some really big elk, don't they?
No, it's Arizona. Is it Arizona?
It's Arizona or New Mexico.
It's definitely Arizona, not New Mexico.
I was
I'm thinking of.
The thing I'm thinking, like
New Mexico.
I'm with you. Elk hunt is my dream hunt, and like Arizona, New Mexico area.
Oh, I'd love to go to New Zealand too. You can kill anything
red stag
any time of year over there.
Oh man, a red stag hunt would be awesome.
Yeah. Apparently, I was talking to Scott the other day on the phone. He might be going to New Zealand for turkeys. Apparently, they are a nuisance over there. The flocks are becoming huge over there.
What are they? It's like Easterns.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't have many trees and stuff.
They don't have natural like
predators.
There's no what's the word I'm looking for?
Like food or something?
No, the species is not natural to
invasive.
Yeah,
they're not native.
All native. Yes, thank you. They're not native to New Zealand, so nothing over there is.
It's just an island, ain't it?
Yeah, nothing over there is native. There's no natural predators either. Everything's been brought in. The red stag was brought in. Everything has been brought in.
Oh, wasn't this from like when the UK, or do they still have control of it? There's something about
Teddy Roosevelt, I think.
Some king.
Yeah, something. There's some story behind it, I'm sure, but I don't know it.
Yeah. If we had Jerry here, I'm sure he would.
Yeah, but yeah, nothing over there is native to New Zealand, so you can hunt it any time of year. Like Stephen Ranella did a meat eater episode over there. He shot a Canadian goose with a rifle.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude.
I kind of want to go to Hawaii and kill goats too. That'd be fun.
Or pigs, or love to kill an axis deer over there.
Ooh, yeah. Those are in Texas too, aren't they?
Yeah, you can kill them in Texas.
They're not native to Texas, are they?
Mm-mm. They're not native to Hawaii
Just an
either.
exotic, yeah.
They just bust them in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Hawaii's the same way. They're like pigs aren't native. The
Pretty sure
goats
that was
aren't
some kind of
native.
gift. I know the ones
Dude,
in Hawaii was like some
there's
kind of
wild
gift to the
chickens
Hawaiian
over
king
there. Like
in Hawaii.
My in-laws just got
Yeah.
back from there yesterday, and they said the chickens are like out of control.
Are the wild
Yeah.
chickens? Are they dangerous? Are they dangerous chickens?
dangerous. I don't know.
If you put gas,
Is a
on
chicken
them,
dangerous?
Could be.
Yeah, I
They're
mean,
dumb.
If you have enough,
It's the
of them,
nastiest animal ever walked this earth.
chicken.
that's a fact.
Oh, dude. It's the nastiest.
Really?
Dude.
Oh
You-
man,
your cousin or your uncle's got chicken barns. Didn't you tell me that?
Yeah.
They taste good. That's all I care
I
about.
used to have this guy that
I know,
lived
but
with me.
a lot of people think like hogs are nasty or whatever. I mean, that's one of the smartest animals on the farm.
Yeah, they just
Where were
It's
we
what they
at when we
eat.
smelled those chickens? All those chickens.
Smelled them.
Yeah, we were
Smell?
home
Y'all got
somewhere.
problems smelling
No,
centipedes.
people
and
put
shit.
their-
dude. No, if you're next
chicken-
to it, if
dude,
you're like
that
within
chicken
10 miles
litter-
of a chicken farm,
Yeah, I know. What
No,
you're
they put chicken litter on like fields or something. That's
chicken
what-
litter.
That's what they call
Chicken
it.
poop.
Poop. Chicken poop.
Oh, like what?
Yeah,
People
that's like
keeping
a-
chickens
That's like a whole business
inside?
in itself.
Yeah.
I was like, what? They
Guys
got
make
their own
money.
little
Chicken
poop,
manure.
poop pen inside their house.
It's like super high in nitrogen, I think.
Yeah, it is. It also stinks
it's-
very bad. Oh, I remember where we were at. We were in Chattanooga.
Yes.
Doing the shoot with
oh my
Harvest.
gosh, that chicken farm down there
That wasn't. I
You
didn't
weren't
go.
down there.
stinks up
Dude, it
all of
smelled terrible.
downtown. You get,
Smells
dude,
bad.
I'm telling you, you get like a 15 mile per hour wind down in Chattanooga. You can smell that
I'll tell you what's the
through
worst
the entire town.
is if they put that chicken litter out on the field and then it rains. Dude, it stinks.
I tell you something worse than that. We hydro seeded a place not too long ago. They use human feces,
I knew that they. I was just about to say.
Yeah.
I've heard they've done
to grow what?
grass.
All right. at
It
least it's
was
not
like it was a coal
vegetable.
pit, so nothing would grow on
Corn.
it.
Yeah.
Spread human. Oh, it was bad.
Oh, that's
I think-
gross.
yeah,
That's what I was nervous for. I was
brown
about to,
kernel corn.
I was about to stop buying things from the local farmers market.
If we knew what they sprayed on them, we probably wouldn't buy it anyways.
It's got to be better than what you can buy in a store.
Well, that's
Yeah.
what I meant. Big box store. I didn't mean farmers market.
Yeah. Dude, don't even get me started on processed food. It's so bad.
Okay, we won't.
Anyways, dangerous chickens. I'm telling you, if you had enough of them, wild
It could be an
chickens,
issue.
It could be an issue.
So
An
I,
issue.
I grew up. My dad used to raise. My dad used to
Mean
Yeah,
chickens.
he used to raise fighting like gamecocks, and we would drive to Kentucky and like the whole like underground fighting cock
Dude.
scene. Like my dad was a part of it. I remember one time I wanted to go so bad with him and his buddy. They were driving up to Kentucky, and we were dirt poor, dude. And we had this minivan, and my dad would not let me go, dude. And I climbed in the back of that minivan and hid under the back seat. And we got all the way up there, and I was like, I popped out, and he was like, "What the heck are you doing there, boy?" He was so mad, but we went in there, man, and it was the wildest thing. I'm talking like there's a pit with bleachers around it, another pit with bleachers around it, and like dead chickens laying in a corner, and like people with money all up in their hands. It was wild.
It's like a real. I mean, that's a
It's
pretty
a
big
deal.
thing.
It's a huge thing. But
Sound-
but speaking of that, anyway, we raised chickens, me growing up. Devin can attest to this, but my dad and his buddy, they went halves on this chicken one time. It was like really like prize
Mike Tyson of
fighting
chickens.
chicken.
Yeah.
They sold it for $6,000.
What?
A rooster, one rooster. Yeah.
That's more than my truck.
Yeah, dude. They sold it for $6,000. This was
Well,
in the
Michael's
90s.
fixing to get
They use
into
gaffs or knives.
chicken fighting.
Both. They used
Okay.
both. Yeah.
What's a guy got to do to start?
Dude, and what he just said, Gavs and knives,
Tell
they
him on
would put
Tennessee.
like these long,
They're putting
pointy-
hardware on these chickens.
yeah, dude, and they would
Call
put
'em gas.
They would put knives on them. I mean, these chickens would like you've
Cut
seen
each
them
other's
where they
heads
do
off.
this and they're like this and then they fly up.
Yeah.
It would be one time and the other one would be laying there with its head halfway cut off.
Yeah, like people lost fingers and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, but
Like they're handlers.
Yeah.
yeah, it's wild, dude. But speaking of dangerous chickens, those were very dangerous. They would flog the crap out of you. They were super mean. I remember my dad had a hen that he bred, and she was so mean, dude. She flogged me one time and bit me and took a plug out of the inside of my thigh right above my knee. Devin's shaking his head. He remembers. It took a plug out of me, dude. And then that same hen, my cousin Amanda was over. She was a year older than me, and I think she was 7 or 8. It flogged her and broke her forearm.
What?
Yeah, dude. Broke her forearm.
How old was she?
7 or 8. Yeah, broke her forearm. Yeah. She had chicks, and it got too close to, my cousin got too close to the chicks, and it flogged her and broke her forearm.
No shot.
Yeah, dude.
She obviously wasn't drinking enough milk. That's insane.
And no, these chickens were mean, bro.
Okay,
They
so
train
how
them
many?
to fight.
They trained them to fight.
They're like the UFC.
Don't they give them like testosterone or something like
Yeah,
that?
they
No
would
way.
give them. Yeah, they would give them like
Feed them
hormones
gunpowder.
and stuff.
Are
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
I mean, if you're paying $6,000 for a chicken, I
Dude,
guess I can understand putting
they used to
testosterone
blow
into
like
it.
hot air up their butts and stuff too. I never
For
really
what?
understood that, to like revive them.
Revive them?
There's probably a lot of. I used to work
was
with a guy.
wild.
I won't say his name, but I used to work with a buddy of mine. Him and his brother and dad used to be big into it.
I feel like that's the closest thing we have left to the gladiators.
My dad would put the chicken's whole head in its mouth and like breathe down its throat.
Yeah.
Like it was wild, dude. Some of the wildest stuff I ever seen. in
Yeah,
my life.
but there's a lot of
But he
money
made
that
a lot of
flows
money,
through them.
didn't he?
I was just gonna say, there's a lot of money that passes through hands at those things.
I went with one of my buddies once, and the only thing he told me, he said, turn your cell phone off, don't take it in, and bring a pocket full of money.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Dude, we got to figure
my
out
dad-
where
my
there's
dad
one
was,
of these shows at because I want to go.
My dad was a little rough and wild when I was growing up.
If the feds
And that
roll
was-
in and everybody standing there is in trouble.
Yeah.
With the world we live in today, especially this country, I would think chicken fighting is low on the priority list.
You would think so, but it's not. It's highly
That's
illegal.
So weird.
It's
So
not.
how many of
But
these-
it's not illegal in Kentucky, though, is it?
I don't know.
It's
I never been to-
That's where
legal
everybody
in a
used to
couple
go.
places. I can't remember, but Kentucky, I think it was legal.
Don't you remember in The Hangover of Mr. Chow? He had a fighting chicken. What was that thing's name?
Mr. What are you talking
The
about?
only thing I remember is the tiger.
Remember, he has
Mr.
to
Chow?
suffocate it with a pillow on the bed
In what?
in that hotel room.
In The Hangover?
I don't remember.
It's like The
I don't
Hangover
remember
2
that
or The
part.
Hangover 3.
I don't remember that scene.
I didn't see that one then.
Lewis or something like that.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Remember right there by the doodle?
Oh, yeah.
There was a house
Oh,
that had all those chickens.
Oh, yeah, dude.
That was my dad's best friend.
And
That was Benny.
and I don't know if it was Peden's dad, but
Yeah.
they used to have a bunch.
Oh
of
yeah,
them too.
my dad. Yep, yep. It was Benny. Can't remember his Peden. What was his first name?
I don't
I don't
even know.
remember. And then my dad. Yeah.
Well,
If you ever pass a house with a bunch of blue barrels in the yard and chickens tied up like dogs,
Those are fighting chickens.
don't touch
yeah,
them.
but they look like you might drive by and be like barrels and chickens tied up. Dude, they're getting cared for like
Oh, yeah.
most of the time really, really, really good.
Better than most dogs, I bet.
Oh,
yeah.
dude.
My dad and his buddy sold one for $6,000.
That's-
This thing had won like, I want to say it had won only like 6 times in a row.
Put a freaking gold chain around that thing.
Yeah.
Dude, can you imagine
collar.
rolling up into work with
Wait, do they have collars? Fighting chickens?
Mm-mm.
No.
like Cuban
It's not a
links?
thing.
They had
Like, how do you
bo-
identify? Well,
They had
like,
boxing
how do
gloves.
you know which?
They had boxing gloves,
No,
and
they
they would make them
didn't.
spar,
Yeah, they-
on their
they
spurs.
put-
No,
They wrap
now
their-
you're pulling
No,
my
that's
leg.
true.
No, I'm serious.
You're pulling my leg.
That's how you get
They
them to
made-
fight without hurting like another chicken. So if you got 2 that you think's good,
Most of them wear
You're
like,
making them spar.
They got
Yeah,
a fake
dude.
chicken on their hand, and they'll put them on top of a barrel with like turf on it or something. And they'll do like this, and that thing will freaking
yeah.
flog it.
I mean, Sean O'Malley ain't showing up to fight without practicing.
Dude, can you imagine having a prize fighting
No,
chicken?
I can't.
Oh, sugar Sean.
I don't know what I would do. What do you do with that?
No, you can get
do you
one of
keep it in
those,
the house? Do you like build it its own shed?
No,
like,
you give it a blue barrel and tie it up.
Dude, they're constantly like
its own
Check
blue
it-
barrel.
Check this out.
the people that
I'll show
have
you
like
this.
the barrels and stuff like that with a bunch of chickens.
That's the knives and the gaffs.
Oh,
And they would wrap it around the chicken's leg like this.
I want to get one of those Polish
What
chickens
the-
with the fro.
Yeah, dude.
call it sugar.
It looks like a,
Sugar
you know
show.
those like climbing spikes that like ninjas use in movies?
Yeah.
That's what that looks like.
Yeah, that's what they call them, gaffs.
Yeah. No, those are nice.
This is a knife.
That's bigger than my pocket knife, homie.
It's a ninja bird, bro.
Ninja bird, ninja chicken.
It's interesting. Go like sharpen them, make sure that.
Dude, it was so
Dude,
wild.
can you
dog.
imagine getting flogged by your bro that you've been taking care of forever, and he just like
Well, I mean, all
he's
he
caught
knows
up
is
in the moment,
kill.
and he just
Would you win?
dude, if one of them got a hold of you with one of them, he could kill you,
No,
especially if they hit your
Let's say
leg.
you've got a fully equipped chicken, right? He's ready to get in the ring. Can you take one?
Bro, look, here's this
man
part.
versus chicken.
Yeah.
With a knife on.
Yeah.
No, I'm running.
Yeah, I'm running, but dude, them things are
Running?
fast.
He's got
Yeah.
you cornered. Are you living?
You're gonna get cut for sure.
Oh my gosh!
Here's
Makes me
the
nervous
boxing
just
gloves.
thinking about it.
They go
No
over the
way.
spurs. Yeah, they look like-
No way.
They look like boxing gloves, don't they? They go over the spurs.
Those are boxing gloves.
Yeah, that's the sparring gloves.
Michael's gonna come in with his own
Dude, I remember this stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna come in with a pet chicken next week.
pet fighting rooster,
Go
Dude, I'm
tractor
gonna
school.
I'm gonna make him fight Link.
Billy the Bard Rock.
I'm gonna make him fight my German Shepherd.
That's what they did right there.
That's crazy, dog.
But you gotta buy like chickens that are bred for that, right?
Yeah.
You can't.
Gamecocks.
Yeah.
Game bred chickens.
Yeah.
Dude, my buddy that I used to work with, he had hundreds.
I don't know how
Hundreds.
we got on this, but
Well, they're constantly breeding them.
this
They're
is
constantly
bringing back a lot of memories.
Dangerous chickens,
they're
Hawaii
constantly
dangerous chickens.
breeding them, trying to get a good cross to where
Yeah.
you got freaking.
A mean enough, like smart enough.
Because you want to
rooster that-
breed like some crazy colors into them. Like everybody likes the crazy colors. Plus, they're like can really fight.
Mm-mm.
I feel like it
I'm
should be
talking like
legal.
I know.
in-
I don't know that,
South
but I'm just going
Carolina.
off what I've
Yeah,
heard.
should be legal in South Carolina. Hey, it might be.
I mean, they are called the Gamecocks.
Oh yeah.
should be legal. Dude.
Yeah. See where you're
Yeah.
going with that. It's not too bad. Yeah. Anyways, this originally got started from us talking about free range chickens in Hawaii.
Oh yeah.
Feral,
So,
yeah, that's right.
feral chickens.
Feral chickens. Feral chickens.
They got a lot of feral stuff.
So are
over
they
there, don't
dangerous? The feral chickens?
I mean, I wouldn't say they're
I'd
dangerous.
say they're probably scared of humans.
Yeah.
I
But
wonder,
if you-
I wonder if they're better tasting
Ugh.
Feral?
than a
It gotta be.
Then like a
than like a
chicken
you know,
farm chicken?
Yeah,
I mean,
Surely.
I think free range chicken eggs taste better than not free range chicken.
I
I agree.
agree, but it's not a big enough difference for me to pay.
Yeah. Oh
extra.
no, I wouldn't pay the difference, but it's like grass fed beef.
you could
versus
literally get you like
grain-fed.
2 or 3 chickens and have tons of eggs.
It's a little harder than that.
2 or 3 chickens would lay plenty of eggs for one man.
Yeah,
Maybe.
probably. I mean,
But,
you got to
like-
get good laying chickens. I
That's
mean,
what I'm
some of them
saying. But
don't.
if you had 2 or 3 good laying chickens, you'd have a surplus of eggs. You could probably sell some.
I don't know. I get
Unless you
locally
eat a lot of
grown-
eat a lot of eggs.
I get like local eggs from a dude named Poncho.
Poncho.
I used to work with him.
Sounds like some good eggs.
Some
They are.
them poncho eggs.
They are good eggs.
Dude, speaking of eggs, I saw a guy last week because my Insta feed is like full of cooking.
Of course.
That fat joke.
No, you
But
just
anyways.
love you love food. We've
Bro,
been over this.
he smoked some eggs.
Smoked eggs?
Yeah, like 20 minutes on each side, and then pull them off and put them in ice water.
They still have the heart shell? on
Dude, they're like where they soak up some of that smoke. They kind of got like not like a super yellow, but a little bit of a yellow tint to them. He said they're so good.
Wait, did
It's
he
like
smoke them
hard-boiled?
in the shell?
It's like hard boiled
Yeah,
eggs.
Were they
it's-
hard boiled and then he smoked
No,
them? Or
he
put-
smoked them in the shell, and then he, I guess, like poached them or not poached. But as soon as he took them off the heat, off the smoker, he put them in ice water.
Yeah, well, he did that so he could break the outer
Shell
shell.
easy.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Were
what you
they
do with like
cooked
hard boiled.
before he smoked them?
No, the smoking I mean, because they
Okay,
were on the
'cause-
smoker for about 40 minutes.
We were at John Semino's doing
Mhm.
the man camp thing,
Yeah.
and we had a smoker there. We smoked like, I want to say a dozen pork loins, and it was amazing.
Mm.
But-
Sounds so good.
We tried to smoke some eggs, but they were hard boiled before we smoked them,
Mm.
and they were just not good.
No,
Yeah.
this guy smoked them right out.
raw, right out of
I
the
didn't
fridge.
even know that was a thing. Smoked eggs.
He
Does
said
it-
they're
I mean, does it
delicious.
change-
Oh, they are delicious.
Change the
If
flavor
you-
quite a
if you-
bit.
Yeah.
So I wonder
Like
if
I've
you could
had
do
smoked,
like a,
I've had smoked deviled eggs. and
Ooh,
they're
that's what
like-
I was just about to ask.
Oh,
You know what's better than that? Smoked wild turkey.
Smoked wild turkey is
Never
pretty
had it.
darn
I
good
haven't
too.
had
This
it.
time
yeah.
tomorrow.
I'll tell you another thing that's good.
If you get one, I'll
Smoked
pay for it.
coyote.
No.
It was good.
It's not bad.
I'm glad I wasn't here for that.
Yeah, same.
You wouldn't eat it?
No.
Liar.
Well, we need to.
Nope. We don't need to get another.
We need to make a commitment to smoke something that you normally wouldn't.
Possum.
Nah.
I think
I'm
I'd
not
rather.
into
ain't
that.
eating
I'd rather
possum.
eat a coyote.
I ain't eating raccoon. I ain't eating possum. I ain't eating.
Beaver.
Anything that eats
I
my
ain't
trash,
eating
I don't
beaver.
want to eat.
I probably ain't eating coyote again either.
Did y'all get tested for
Unless I'm
worms?
hungry.
I feel like that's a good rule to follow. I don't want to eat anything that eats my trash.
You know, I've had a lot of health issues since I've ate that. I'm just kidding.
Gave you an
No, I didn't.
autoimmune disorder. Ugh, that would
Yeah,
suck.
that would suck, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
What about like if you
Oh, we smoked some bear burger while we were over at John's.
bear's pretty good.
Ooh,
It's a little
yeah, it's
greasy.
pretty
where'd you
good.
get the
I
bear
don't know.
meat from?
His brother-in-law killed it.
Where at?
John's brother-in-law killed
Do
it.
you know?
I've always heard it has like a really weird taste.
Well, it was smoked, dude. Everything that's smoked tastes like smoked meat.
To me, it was like 2 or 3 different bears, I guess, tasted different. But I've
You
always,
think it's what they eat?
well, I've always been
Oh.
told that whatever they're eating changes the way they taste. So
I heard if you eat a bear that's been in a blueberry patch, it's the best meat you'll ever have in your
Yeah.
life.
probably, I'll tell you what, bears that eat Twinkies are pretty sweet, but they're really greasy.
Hmm.
So
I could see that. Get some of that Twinkie juice.
What?
Speaking from experience, you've been feeding your bears Twinkies up there.
Dude,
Well,
they're like
last
so
year,
confused.
my bears ate 5 gallons of peanut butter a week.
bears are like really big raccoons,
What?
though, ain't they?
Oh, here they
they're-
are.
Yeah, they're basically
They'll eat
bigger.
anything that's sweet.
Yeah.
I'd hate to know how much I've spent on bear food. I would dump it out and they would eat it the next day. Gone. 5 gallons of peanut butter. I mean, it would take me days to eat one little can.
One
Just
jar.
to swallow it.
I love peanut butter, though.
It'd be like a dog with it on the roof of its mouth.
Yeah.
Ugh. Can I pet that dog?
Yeah,
Have you guys seen that video?
yeah.
The freaking bear at the front porch. Can I pet that dog?
Yeah.
Won't pet that dog.
Oh no, bear,
ain't no
dude,
dog,
killing
huh?
a bear just don't like. I could care less. I don't know why. I just don't.
I'll just go ahead and tell you the work don't start until after you pull the trigger. Then it begins.
But I'm just saying,
It's
like
one of my dream hunts.
the
though.
idea of killing a bear doesn't get like. I could care less. I don't know.
Can you hunt polar
It's
bears?
weird.
I heard
Is that
when
a
you
thing?
render the bear fat, that bear fat's like gold. It's
It
really
used to be a
good,
currency.
apparently. Yeah,
It used to be a currency back in the old
Bear fat?
Yeah, or bear grease,
yeah. I mean, it's
bear fat, yeah, whatever, same difference.
Speaking of Bear Grease, the Bear Grease podcast, they did a
They did a whole episode.
they
on
did
that.
a whole episode on this dude,
Mm-hmm.
this about Bear Grease.
Was it Nukem?
Yeah, Clay Newcomb, but he did it about like this black guy who was in the Confederate Army. I can't remember his name, but he did a podcast on it. He was talking about how he was the best bear hunter that ever lived. And he's the one that took Teddy Roosevelt to kill the bear, and that's how the name Teddy Bear got coined.
Oh.
But that was a great episode. It was like 3 episodes long about it, but they almost that dude had killed more bears than Daniel Boone. Yeah,
Jeez.
yeah, he was better.
He just had a knack for killing bears.
He was just
He's the dude.
he was the dude. for
Whoever
bear
you think
hunting.
you are, he's him.
But we almost like eradicated the bear because of market hunting back in the late 1800s.
What about the short-faced bear?
We have a bad habit of that.
Is that like the prehistoric bear?
That's that prehistoric bear that's like 3 or 4 times bigger than a grizzly.
Uh-huh.
I just
Grizzly's
pulled that
pretty
number out
big.
of my butt. I don't know how much bigger it is than the grizzly, but it's
Oh, no. Joe
apparently way
Rogan
bigger.
talks about short-faced bears a lot.
I don't know.
Well, you know that one, what was that one channel? The Boneyard, Alaska.
Ooh,
Have you seen that on Instagram?
So that, I mean, this short-faced bear was a
They're
real
pulling-
thing, correct? Because
Yeah.
they found the bones.
Yeah, but they weren't supposed to be in Alaska, and they are in Alaska.
As far as their range where they lived,
Yeah,
When did they go extinct?
it was Ice Age, wasn't it?
12,000 years ago.
If they're bigger than a grizzly, that's scary.
Yeah, they're bigger than a grizzly. Look,
Polar
there's-
bears are the
There's the
largest
bottom
of the world
jaw of
right
a
now,
short-faced bear.
Oh my god!
Dude, they're huge.
Look how big that tooth is.
Yeah, look at the tooth, dude. It looks like
You see
a.
this?
It's gigantic. That's the
Oh,
canine of a short-faced bear.
That's
Good
as big as
Lord.
the whole head of a black bear.
Yeah, pretty much.
that's
I mean, that's at
insane.
least that tooth is at least.
That was
at the
like a
base-
railroad
At the
spike.
base of it, it is bigger around than a Coke can.
What if them things come back?
I'm good.
That's as big as a Coke can. That
I'll probably stay out of the
Canine.
woods. For sure.
I'm already scared of the dark.
hey,
so
they're
I
trying to
definitely
they're
would.
trying to bring
They're gonna bring the
woolly
woolly
mammoths
mammoths
back. Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's a mistake.
Woolly mammoth?
100%. I think
Wow.
that's a mistake. Because if we let them bring a woolly mammoth back, where are they going to stop?
I agree.
And then it's just a matter of time before they bring back some kind of ancient virus.
Probably, yeah. As long as they don't bring like predators back,
Jesus coming back for all that anyway. It don't matter.
I agree.
that's true. It would be something to be turkey hunting and a saber-toothed tiger walk up and get your decoy.
I wouldn't be hunting if there were sabers in the wood.
Yeah,
That's
for
a
real.
short-faced bear. That's a rendition of a short-faced bear.
Well, they ain't nothing to play with.
They look wild. Them bears up where I hunt.
Dude.
Like a black bear's head would fit inside that thing's
Oh,
mouth.
absolutely.
They
Mm.
say turkeys have been, I mean, like, dude, when you see them coming through the woods, it looks like a dinosaur.
No, it does. Their neck.
A little velociraptor coming through. Down.
That's what we need to cook. Turkey neck.
Oh,
Turkey
gosh.
Turkey night?
People eat that.
Is that a normal thing?
Yeah, people eat a lot of stuff. They eat chitlins and
Bleh.
You
turkey
can s-
feet
y-
and-
yeah. Well, you can just
chicken
smoke,
feet and-
smoke the snoods. Get you some like little, yeah, dude, be like little Funyuns.
Oh, I
Or
was
some
thinking
little,
like gummy worms.
some
Not
little,
Funyuns. What do they call them?
cracklins.
What
You
do they
ever go
call
through
them?
after you kill a turkey and look through its kidneys and stuff or rocks?
What do they
For
call those
rocks?
Turkey
little
stones.
cone shape?
Yeah. I've
What do they
seen
call that?
those.
little
Bugles?
cone- Yeah, bugles. Little turkey bugles. The snoods.
You're ridiculous.
What
dude.
if you dehydrated them and turned them into gummy worms, the snoods? Put a little sour sauce
Little
on
gummy snoods.
guys, y'all are
I think I'd rather just eat the turkey breast.
Oh, absolutely.
Call it a day.
Do you eat the legs off a turkey?
No,
You don't?
no.
I don't.
I
Like
mean,
the dark
I've
meat.
I've cut them up and like boiled them before, but it's way too much
The
work.
best way to do it is take the legs off, pressure cook them, and or you can do crock pot them,
Slow cook it.
and then do barbecue sauce. It's almost like pulled pork. It's
Hmm.
really good.
I only did it once, and it was like way too much work.
Yeah, it's
I mean, when you got two big,
They're-
beautiful breasts, you can just
they
Kinda
are a
spoiled.
little tough, but
A lot of people
you
don't
slow
like
cook 'em,
wild
it's good.
turkey over farm turkeys,
Oh,
but
I love it.
I think the wild ones taste way better,
oh yeah.
personally.
Mm-hmm.
last year's first year I smoked some, and I will never cook it another way.
Mm.
You ever tried turkey jerky?
Yeah,
It's pretty good.
I
too.
like all things turkey. Turkey
don't like-
burger, turkey jerky, turkey
Oh
sausage.
gosh, no.
When I get one, I need to slice it up so I can use it for my sandwich meat down here.
Like turkey bacon, dude. When that stuff's
Oh,
cooking,
it's
it
good.
stinks so bad.
I don't even hardly eat ground beef anymore. I eat bison and turkey. So it's all better for you.
I don't have the budget for that.
Yeah.
Who are you?
I mean, I don't either, but it's good.
I eat that good old cow meat.
It's so greasy. Once you quit eating it, though. and
Yeah,
you
but I eat 93.7.
said 93% lean, 7% fat.
Yep, that's what we buy.
Beef tallow is actually supposed to be pretty good for you.
Yeah, I mean,
If
we
you
do
eat.
80-20 occasionally.
Gosh.
I like 80-20 when I'm doing burgers.
Most people do
anything
like
else?
75-20,
Anything
25.
else? Wait, what?
75-25.
Oh,
Do you haven't put beef fat in your deer meat when you ground it up too?
Pork fat.
Pork fat, I mean, yeah.
I haven't never done that.
A lot of people do that.
They do
I
it.
don't do it.
Yeah,
They just don't tell you. But
I'm
they
gonna
do it.
start processing my own. I mean, I ain't killed a deer since 19, so.
Ain't for lack of trying. It ain't because they ain't been under you either.
Yeah, I'm not complaining. No.
He just didn't pull. He didn't even pick his bow up last year. He had a doe. Like, you could have shot that doe at the lease. Easy.
When
you and Chandler were there?
Yeah, me and Chandler were in a deep conversation.
You could have shot that like little 6-pointer that come through. Remember, I was on the ground and
dude. Calm down. I didn't say it's because of lack of opportunity.
Kill a deer.
Because last year I procrastinated and said I was going to kill a couple does, but I never did.
I say that every year, and then I'm like, "What?"
I start thinking about all the work, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh."
Lazy rear end, yeah.
I'm just
really
gonna take
is.
the first opportunity I get.
I want to learn how to process my own meat.
I'm working on that. Every year I'll buy like industrial piece of equipment to do it.
I've done 2.
Yeah, I just got to get the
It's
stuff
not hard.
to do
It just takes forever.
Yes.
It's an all-day process by yourself.
It took me, with Wes, it took me like, what?
I just feel like once you get your
4 hours
system
with the 2
down,
of us.
like if you kill enough deer, once you get your system down, it could be pretty.
But it only costs what,
Pretty
$80 to take it to somebody?
No.
That's what it cost me, $80.
Yeah, but
To get what done? Just get it quartered?
it's just the point of doing it. So I want to do it.
Oh, yeah.
I learned a lot.
You need to watch The Bearded Butcher.
Yeah,
Yes.
I do.
That's what I watched.
But they make everything look easy.
They do, but I'm telling you, it was
They
easy
know
to
where all
follow.
the seams and all.
I'm telling you, dude. No, I'm telling you. Once you get in it and you're watching the video with it, like you can see exactly where you need to cut. Like on the deer, it's very clear. It's like white lines. Yeah. Like that's where you.
Well,
cut.
it's where the muscles
yeah,
separate.
it's super. Like there's only a couple spots
that he's rolling out all
kind of tricked me up.
Eye of the roast and all that, and the top, bottom round, and all that stuff. I mean, he's just like.
Yeah, it's
2 seconds, he's done. I'm like,
second nature.
Golly, how do you know that?
Yeah,
and all them glands and the deers and stuff. I don't know where all that.
Like 20 minutes of his video took me an hour and a half.
You have to do it. I mean, cut one up and then watch the video at the same time, like Mike was saying.
Yeah,
and then
I agree.
I just had it playing on the TV in the living room, and I was.
I mean, I also used to work at a taxidermist where we cut and processed meat, so I've done it.
A lot more familiar with it.
Yeah.
It's not
just
hard.
takes a long time, dude.
It does.
My time's worth like the 4 hours it takes to cut up a deer
You'd
and
rather
package
pay for
it. To me, it's worth just paying somebody $95 to do it because they got all the equipment. They vacuum seal it for me.
If you're getting your own deer back,
you know what I'm saying?
Who cares? It tastes good. Whether it's
I
my
do.
deer or your deer.
I do.
I don't care whose
Where
deer
I
it
take
is,
mine,
I'll get a deer back.
they give you your deer back. I had a long conversation with him about that last year. I wasn't
know
like
who you're talking
I
about.
wasn't like,
listen here, buddy.
yeah, no, I was just like,
You're gonna wear this camera.
I was like, do y'all do this and do that? But I've actually been in there. I knew the answer already because I've actually helped cut up deer there.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't know if they changed it up or not. But back in the day when I worked there, they wrap the tag around the deer, slide it into the freezer, and when it's time to cut that deer up, they cut that deer up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is nice just to be able to pick it up and take it home. Throw it in the freezer too, though.
Yeah.
Two-step process. Drop it off, pick it up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've done that. That's all I've done my whole life. I'm just saying I want to get into processing.
If I've got a buddy to help me,
You want to get in it till you do it, and then you're like, this is a lot of work.
Yeah, no, but I at least want to get into that.
I'll tell you what. I'll give you my vacuum sealer as a start.
I got a vacuum sealer. I already bought one.
Well, you need two, and then I'll bring you my deer.
What you need?
I got a slicer. I've got a grinder and a dehydrator.
There you go.
You can borrow all of it and have fun, buddy.
I'll pay you $85 if you want to do it.
I was so stoked last year whenever I went to go process my own deer because
I
the
gotta learn first.
only thing I kept was like a couple cuts of meat, of course the back straps, and then I turned everything else into ground meat. And I didn't have a grinder last year or year prior. Anyways,
Sucks.
But my mom had one of those really
KitchenAid
fancy
mixers,
dancy
yeah.
That's what I got.
KitchenAids.
KitchenAid.
And so I just went and bought the
Grinder
$35, $40 meat grinder attachment. It didn't work great. There was a small learning curve to it. But dude, it worked perfectly.
I got a guy I go to church with, and he does the same thing. His wife's got a KitchenAid, but he's got the KitchenAid brand attachment.
Yeah, that's what I got.
And it's about $75.
Oh, maybe I don't.
But he said it works. It's all stainless and it works great.
I don't know.
I don't think it would be a big issue if you had space and everything sitting right there. A freezer, plenty of room.
Right.
Yeah,
Just like an
if you got
assembly
a processing
line.
place to do it. But I did mine on a fold-out table on the back deck at my parents' house.
Well,
Did mine on my mom's kitchen island.
From what I understand, getting all the silver skin and all that off of it's what
You gotta
takes
have a
forever.
sharp knife. You want to make sure you got a
forgot about
sharp,
the
sharp
silver
knife.
skin. God, that was the worst part of it all.
Because Chandler can, like, it takes him a few hours, like you said. But when he sent me a picture of the last deer that he did when he was doing
and
it.
it laid out real nice. And
Dude,
Yeah.
I mean, but he's
it's
done
not
it a
hard.
bunch.
It's not hard to do. I'm not saying it's hard to do. It just
Time consuming.
it's very time consuming. It's also, if you don't have the proper equipment or a sharp knife,
Yes.
number one, a sharp knife, it's frustrating.
I just wonder if I can go ahead and put my rub and stuff on some of my roast and stuff and
you can
vacuum
do that
seal
when you
it
get it
with
back
the.
from the. Do that when you get it back.
I ain't taking it to the processor. I think they get money under the table from the guy that he's been taking it to. Go ahead and give me your link. Or whatever they call it. What do they call that? Affiliate link?
Yeah.
No, dude, I know. I've watched a ton of videos, and I know it's pretty time consuming, but I at least want to do it to say I've done it. You know what I mean?
All right. Well,
You can be there saying I told you so.
No
okay.
more. Listen, no more not pulling the trigger this year. Then you're killing
no.
a deer, and I'm making sure that you process it.
We'll do it here. Hunter tries
it
to process a video.
I'm processing it with the fur and everything on it. Not skinning it or nothing.
This is going to be a video series this fall. We're going to make Hunter
tries
do
to
this.
process.
All right, and I'll do the. All right, sure.
I've got a Euro mount in my freezer. You can go ahead and do it if you want to try it out first.
Euro mount.
Yeah. If you're going to get into it, you might as well get
Skin
into
the
it.
head and
Oh,
bowl
I
it.
ain't getting into all that. I've watched my dad do that a million times. He mounts some deer, a couple deer a year for his buddies and stuff.
I got one.
He has to get that scalpel and go around all. Have you seen a deer's head without the skin on it?
Yeah, it's scary.
Yeah, it's
Like a
really
skinwalker.
weird looking.
Yeah, that's weird. With the eyes still in the socket.
Ooh.
Yeah, like if you had that and like stuck it up in somebody's window at night and like knocked on the window, I would
Freak them out.
Oh, dude, I'd cry.
That's torture, homie.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, turkey season officially opens
Right
tomorrow
on the doorstep.
Let's go.
here in Tennessee. It is Friday, April 12th. So this episode is going to be coming out on Monday. So in like 4 days from now, from the time of recording. Looking forward to this weekend. We got a lot of plans. Andrew, what are you doing this weekend? You hunting by yourself, hunting with people?
I'm going to hunt by myself first little bit. If I kill, I'll find somebody to tag along with.
Right on.
I'm going
Heck yeah,
to
dude.
get the fever all weekend.
Oh yeah. I know we're all fired up. Start hearing turkeys gobbling. But yeah, I think that's a good place to end the episode, guys. And appreciate everybody listening. We'll catch you on the next one.
Sir.